Many Americans have been concerned to see the recent rise in gasoline prices here at home. This short-term increase has been entirely the result of the Iranian regime launching deranged terror attacks against commercial oil tankers in neighboring countries that have nothing to do with the conflict. This is yet more proof that Iran can never be trusted with nuclear weapons. They will use them, and they will use them quickly.
Let's bring in Democratic Governor Mikey Sherrill of New Jersey. She served nearly a decade in the United States Navy, leading missions as a helicopter pilot, among other many things on her resume. It's great to have you back on the show, Governor.
Thanks so much for having me.
I guess first, I would like to ask about the war in Iran overall in terms of this policy. But how is it impacting affordability in your state, and what are your concerns moving forward?
Well, obviously, gas prices. We just keep seeing them go up, 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 on top of the affordability crisis that we're already facing across the country with the illegal tariff plan, et cetera. And what was striking to me about the president's remarks last night is how every single time President Trump gets involved, things get worse for the American people. So he had no discussion of why we got into this war, what we hope to achieve, or how we're going to get out of this war. And, you know, also kind of a de minimis nod to gas prices going up, saying we should all just suffer a little bit and it'll end in 3 weeks. I think he said about 12 times he's about to end this war with really no plan to do so. It's a very dangerous situation and quite striking for a president who said he was not going to get us into these forever wars. And yet now he seems to be hell-bent on doing just that.
So geopolitically, how easy is it to make a declaration as to where this is going to go when you are dealing with an invasion of Iran?
It is really difficult to chart out exactly what the path is forward here. And I'll tell you why, you know, given what we've seen, especially in Ukraine recently, we could decimate the Iranian Navy. We could decimate a lot of their warfighting capabilities. But you know, what we've seen is just very low technology, you know, just minimal technology for minimal cost with, I think, the Shahed drones and stuff that they're using. We've copied them because they're so effective and they can produce thousands of those. And so it doesn't matter if we take out their ships and aircraft. They still have the drone capability. We haven't decimated them in the way that we would like to. And we also haven't charted out how we are going to keep them from utilizing the Strait of Hormuz to shut down oil, you know, shipments across the world. And I have to tell you, too, another thing to just show the complete incompetence of this government is when it seems as if they did not take into account the need for the Strait of Hormuz, which I tell you, Mika, I learned about the Strait of Hormuz as a plebe at the Naval Academy with strategic choke points. So the fact that our Secretary of Defense seems to have no understanding of the strategy or what we're doing here or how it's going to impact the world is shocking to me.
And suggesting that it'll just open naturally the minute we leave, which now Iran understands what a leverage point that is. They've changed the world economy by choking that off. I'm curious, just inside the state of New Jersey, when you were running, people were worried, oh, that we're going to lose, and then you won by a significant amount. Your agenda and how it's playing in the state of New Jersey, I cited a poll from FDU that has your approval at about 60%. That's a pretty good number, to which you quickly said, give it some time. But I'm just curious what you're hearing from the people who did come out and vote for you. Are they focused on President Trump? Are they focused on Iran, or only insofar as, man, this price at the pump, where, yes, other people do pump their gas, is unbearable for me, that these groceries at the Stop and Shop are unbearable? What are you hearing from the constituents of New Jersey?
I pledged to fight to lower costs for the people of New Jersey, to address those key things that I was hearing about day to day as I went around the state. And that was utility costs, it was grocery prices, the cost of housing. And I've done just that. I stopped my inaugural address to sign an executive order freezing rate hikes. I took on power expansion across our state so long term we could drive down utility costs. We've, in my first budget, put money back into the Affordable Housing Trust Fund. So at every turn, I've worked incredibly hard on those key drivers of costs for New Jerseyans. And yet at every turn, the president is raising costs, saying just recently he couldn't fund Medicare or Medicaid because he has to fund the DOD. In fact, this administration has asked for $1.5 trillion for the defense budget next year as they cut health care, as they cut education, as we see gas prices going up, as we see because of the tariff continued high grocery store prices. So at every turn, the president's making things worse for people. And so the people of New Jersey are getting angry. I mean, it doesn't take much. we're ready. We're ready for the fight. But I have to say, at every turn, he is making things worse. Recently, you saw the Gateway Tunnel fight. I mean, this is the biggest program of national significance in the country on infrastructure right now. And he, illegally, canceled that funding with no stated objective other than maybe, name the New York Penn Station after him or some weird thing. He had no right to cancel that. About 1,000 people got their pink slips. They didn't know where their health care was coming from, so I took him to court, and I won. And now he's coming after me because he wants voter data, and I'm not giving it to him. And he's taking me to court, and I'm going to win that one, too, because when it comes to fighting for the people of New Jersey, I'm going to be relentless. I'm giving no quarter here.
So, Governor, let's turn to the idea of the president's immigration deportation plan. He sat in the courthouse yesterday. The Supreme Court ruling, listened to arguments on birthright citizenship. I should note he has just weighed in with a Truth Social post simply says kangaroo court. So we can assume we know how he thinks this is going to go. But the ICE operations have faded from the headlines a little bit since Minneapolis. But we know Newark, New Jersey, other cities, New Jersey, have certainly seen those operations in the past. Can you give us an update here? It's a little less in your face, but what's your understanding of what is the ICE program right now in states like yours? Are you still seeing these measures?
We are still seeing ICE agents coming in, with no warrants, busting through people's car windows, et cetera, which is why I've taken a strong stance to protect the public. We've seen, a mother who just dropped her 6-year-old off at school killed by ICE agents in Minneapolis. And so that's why we got to work, both the legislature and myself, in protecting people in New Jersey. ICE wants to open up a big detention facility in a warehouse that I think they want to hold about 2,000 people. There are 2 bathrooms in it. It is not fit for human habitation, so they're trying to open up this mass detention facility. We're fighting them. And in New Jersey, that's a bipartisan fight. The Republican town is working with my attorney general so they can take this on.
All right. Really great to have you on with us, Governor Mikey Sherrill of New Jersey. Appreciate it. Come back soon.
Thanks.